Live from Rag Sherman Field at Crescent Stadium in New Orleans, Crescent City Sports is proud to bring you high school baseball. Tonight it's Game 1 of a best-of-3 Division I Select Playoff Series between the number 10th seed Tioga Indians and the Brother Martin Crusaders. And a pleasant good evening to you, Ken Trahan, along with Kurt Bullinger on a beautiful night for baseball from Crescent Stadium as Game 1 of this 3-game series gets set to get underway between the Brother Martin Crusaders and the Tioga Indians. Well, this is a series which will be quite interesting between two teams that have had some success over a period of time, and certainly that is the case with both teams. And we'll tell you all about both of those coming up in just a moment as the teams are lining up on the baselines. We're going to have the national anthem here coming up momentarily. So fans are being asked to rise as we speak, as we pause to honor the United States of America with the playing of our national anthem. Brother Martin and Tioga Game 1 of this best-of-3 series. Let's set the starting lineups for this evening's contest. First of all, for the visiting Indians of Tioga, under the direction of David Montiel. Leading off and catching is Trayton Harper. Batting second at first base, Tyler Looney. Hitting third, the second baseman, is Alex Morrison. Cleanup hitter and pitcher, Ryan Reeves. Batting fifth and playing third base, Case Malone. Hitting sixth, the left fielder, is Charlie Bakes. Batting seventh at shortstop is Marcos Arellano. Hitting eighth in center field, Christian Isles. Batting ninth and playing right field is Logan Delbridge. Top three, Harper, Looney, and Morrison. Middle three, Reeves, Malone, and Bakes. Bottom three, Arellano, Isles, and Delbridge. For the homestanding Crusaders of Brother Martin, under the direction of Jeff Lupo, 20-10 on the season. Leading off at second base, Stan Wiltz. It's Cody Kropp in left field, Brian Dara at third base, Frank Randall in center field. Cole Navarro bats fifth. He pitches. Hitting sixth, the DH, Reese Roussel. Batting seventh at first base is Jack Lupo. Hitting eighth is Egan Prather. He does the catching. Brady McCluskey is in right field. Batting ninth, the shortstop, Brody Shannon, will not bat. It will be Wiltz, Kropp, and Dara. Randall, Navarro, and Roussel. Lupo, Prather, and McCluskey with Shannon playing shortstop. And on the mound is the right-hander, Cole Navarro. And Kirk Bollinger with us. Kirk, it's great to have you with us. We've seen Cole before. We've seen Brother Martin before. He's a good pitcher, isn't he?
He really is. I mean, he does an unbelievably good job of commanding the glove side part of the plate with all five of his pitchers. He's got the four-seam fastball he can throw out there, the two-seam fastball that he actually prefers to use against lefties, but he's got the curveball, the slider, and also a changeup that pitching coach Joey Latino would like to see a little bit more of. His fastball is going to sit about 83, 84, but he will run it up there from time to time about 85, 86.
Ready to roll here. Tioga in their road black jerseys and pants, and white numerals trimmed in red. And Brother Martin in their home whites tonight, the crimson and gold. First pitch of the game is down the middle for a strike. We're underway early at 6:55 to Trayton Harper, who's hitting .302, no homers, and 14 driven in on the season. Right-handed hitter, the pitch, and a swing and a ground ball chopped to third. Going up to get it, Dara has a long throw right on the money. It's an outstanding play by Ryan Dara. A fine three put out. Good play to start this game.
Great play. That looked like a two-seam fastball that Navarro got Harper to swing on top of. Chops it over the top of Dara at third base, but he did a great job of drop stepping, catching, then spinning around and makes a perfect throw to Lupo at first to retire Harper.
Here's Tyler Looney, who takes it down and out, ball one. Looney at .322, no homers. He's driven in 21 on the year, another right-handed swinger. Navarro, as we've seen, is a very fast worker. Here's the 1-0. That misses high and away, so it's 2 balls and no strikes. Good crowd on hand here this evening. Tioga's brought a nice contingent for game 1 of this series. We have every game of this series for you at CrescentCitySports.com. 2-0 the count here, and a strike called. It's 2-1.
Tioga's fan base is a fantastic fan base with a lot of energy, even on the road, as we can already see.
2-1. As a chopper past the mound, it's a tough chance. Shortstop comes to get it, gloves it, throws it, and got him. Shannon takes care of business. Did a nice job of coming to get it to take care of it for out number 2.
Fastball in on the hands right there to Looney. Looney got jammed, hits the slow roller, and is retired by Shannon right there on the 6-3.
So here's Alex Morrison, the second baseman, one of their top players. He's .392, 2 homers, and 23 RBI. The top pitcher for this team as well. Swings and taps it, foul on a breaking ball. Navarro gets ahead.
And that's what Navarro does a very good job of, is getting ahead and staying ahead. And even when he does fall behind in the count, he has such good command with the off-speed stuff that he's able to flip those in there and get back into the count.
0-1. Yeah, and strike is called at the knees. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Lights on to start the game here at Rex Sherman Field at Kirsch Rooney Stadium. One of the historic venues in all of Louisiana. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. What a start for Navarro. Sets him down in order here in the top of the first inning. No problem. A pitcher working quickly, throwing strikes. That's a good recipe.
It is a great recipe, and every batter he faced in that inning, all first pitch strikes. And if Navarro does that, he's going to keep the Tioga hitters on their heels all night long. And with the wind blowing in, runs are going to be very, very tough to come by.
They certainly will as we go to the bottom of the first inning here with no score. And Tioga will take the field with Biggies in left, Isles in center, Delbridge in right. With Malone at third, Orlando short, Morrison second, and Looney at first. Harper doing the catching, and on the mound is the left-hander Ryan Reeves. And, looking at the numbers on Reeves on the year, he's done a good job. 9 appearances, 4 starts. The record is 1-1. The earned run average is 1.87 on the season for Reeves, who has pitched 15 innings, allowing 14 hits, 9 runs, but only 4 earned. He's walked 15, struck out 22 on the year in those 15 innings, so a pretty high walk total, more strikeouts than walks. Left-hander taking to the mound. Now they have a really good pitcher who has a back injury right now who can't pitch, and that's Brady Martin, and they really miss him. Martin is one of those guys. I mean, he's 71 strikeouts in 47 2/3 innings, and unfortunately got a back injury.
Yeah, that's a big hit for a team like Tioga, which is, if I remember correctly, not nearly as big enrollment-wise as a Brother Martin is. So when you lose a stud like that, Brady Martin, it makes it very difficult in a 3-game series. However, Coach David Montiel is going to send Ryan Reeves, the big left-handed junior, to the mound. He's a hard thrower. He also was limited earlier in the year due to an injury. He also plays first base. You'll see him in the 4-hole. He'll lead off the second. But he has a 4-seam, 2-seam mix. He's got good arm side run on the fastball. Tops out about 85, 86, similar to Navarro. Sits 83, 84. The biggest must for him tonight is to command the breaking ball.
Weather conditions ideal here. Mostly sunny, 77 degrees. And the wind is out of the south-southeast at 5. So whatever wind there is slightly blowing in. But it's not that much of a factor, although it's gusting to 10. So says the weather forecast. Here is Stan Wiltz, the second baseman, at .357. And he takes it down and out. Wiltz, no homers and 14 driven in on the season. Stan back in, the junior. Waits, here it is. That's a fastball a little tight, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Pretty accelerated delivery we see from Reeves.
He's such a good leadoff hitter. Watch him work the count here now that he's 2-0.
And he takes a strike over the outside edge. It's 2-1. Pretty interesting late kick we see from Reeves. 2 balls and a strike. And that is a strike over the inside corner of the knees, and it's 2-2. I mean, that leg kick is such where he basically touches his knee.
Yeah, he's got one of those Juan Marichal type leg kicks.
2-2. Fastball tap foul behind the plate. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Reeves got the benefit of doubt on that 2-1 pitch to run the count 2-2. That ball was probably 2 balls off the plate.
And a swing and a miss. One great changeup. Pull the string and strikes out Wiltz for out number 1. Pulls that pitch out of the repertoire, and that's a pretty impressive one.
That is, and if that pitch continues to be that nasty, the Brother Martin hitters are going to have to really make an adjustment to prevent themselves from being out in front of that pitch. That thing put the brakes on.
Here's Cody Kropp, the left fielder. 286, no homers, 8 driven in. First pitch is over but low for ball 1. To Kropp. Defense stays the same, pretty much straight up. There's the 1-0 pitch, way high. So the count now goes to 2 balls and no strikes on Kropp. In the bottom of the first inning, no score. Game 1 scheduled for 7 innings. And now the 2-0. That's up and in. So 3-0 to Kropp, who will have the red light here.
Kropp's done a really good job of settling into that 2-hole. Earlier in the year, he was hitting in the 8 and the 9 holes with a little bit of struggles by Prather. He jumped into the 2 holes, hitting 286, more walks and strikeouts.
Fast strike makes it 3-1.
Which is what you're looking for in the top of the lineup with him and Wilt setting the table for Dara and the all-powerful Frank Randall.
3-1 pitch is a fast strike, and now it's filled at 3-2. Tell you a bit about these programs here between innings. 3 balls and 2 strikes to count. Here it is, and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. High fastball. So Reeves has faced 2 and struck out 2, and we have 2 outs here in the bottom of the first.
Elevated the fastball right there. Got Kropp, who's usually a pretty disciplined hitter, as we talked about. 13 walks, only 8 strikeouts this season, and he chased up the ladder right there and couldn't catch up with the Reeves heater.
There's the talented Ryan Dara at the plate. Junior takes it down and out. A changeup. Dara, 395 with a home run and 15 driven in. There's the 1-0. That is a strike at the knees. It's 1-1.
All district selection just came out. Was that earlier today, right?
1-1 the count. Here's another pitch on the way. That's a breaking ball strike. Good pitch, 1-2. So he's shown 3 pitches here in the first that he can command. Just a good sign for Reeves and the Indians. 1-2 the count. Reeves ready, kicks and he deals, and a breaking ball down and in makes it 2-2.
But if you can command 3 pitches in the strike zone at any level, you're going to have success, especially at the high school level.
2-2, swinging a ground ball to second. Morrison, easy chance, throws to Looney to get the out. Easy inning, impressive inning for Reeves, nothing across. We've played 1, there is no score, and Kirk, thus far we've seen 2 impressive pitchers.
We have, and what have we seen right out the gate? We've seen the pitchers be able to command their off-speed stuff. You looked at that at bat right there by Dara. He saw 2 curveballs out of the first 3 pitches. He had to respect it because he threw it for a strike. It slowed Dara's bat down just enough so that when he threw the fastball in on the hands, he was unable to catch up to it. He got tied up a little bit and hit a weak ground ball second base to end the inning.
On to the second we go here with no score. Ken Trahan, Kirk Bollinger with you from historic Kirsch-Rooney Stadium as we get set to bring you the second inning. Always a pleasure to thank our sponsors for making this happen. And high school baseball on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by the Lamarck Motor Company in Kenner. Lamarck Ford, the #1 Ford dealer in the Metro New Orleans market. Must be a reason, thanks to Lamarck Motor Company and Ronnie Lamarck for their continued support of what we do here. Chip and Matt Merritt taking care of business here for CrescentCitySports.com. As the second inning arrives, Cole Navarro used just 9 pitches in the first. 7 of those were strikes, and very economical to get just 3 pitches on 3 outs on 9 pitches, rather. And here's Ryan Reeves, the pitcher, to lead it off. A 275 hitter, the pitch, and that is outside for ball one. Reeves has a home run. He's driven in 33, best on the team. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that is just off the plate. Away, 2 balls and no strikes. David Montiel, 14 years on the job at Tioga. There's the 2-0 pitch, and a ground ball at the middle is short. Shannon has it, throws it, got him for out number 1. And Shannon's handled a couple of chances early on in this one. First out recorded here in the second, and now Case Malone will bat.
Great job by Navarro right there. A little two-seamer down and away, behind it in the count. It's a hitter's count. He throws the little sinker, gets some weak contact. Routine play for Shannon. Had a little bit of trouble getting it out of his glove, but was able to corral it in time to retire Reeves.
Here's Malone. Here's the pitch. And that is low for ball 1. Right-handed swinger, Case Malone. Settling back in. And he swings and fouls it back to the netting. Count is even at 1-1 for those watching in Central Louisiana and beyond here tonight. Crescent Stadium, home of the Delgado Dolphins and home of high school baseball for many teams in the Greater New Orleans area. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, missed away. The curveball, it's 2 balls and a strike. It's a big ballpark. It's 325 down the lines here, 370 to the gaps, and 400 to straightaway center field. No help from the wind tonight. Outside, so now 3 balls and a strike. First 3-ball count that Navarro has had thus far.
You know, and on tonight, a night like tonight, he can challenge Malone right here with the wind blowing in this park.
Popped him up on 3-1. It's on the infield. Who wants it? First baseman, third baseman, and look out. It is caught with a collision of sorts, but it is caught nonetheless by Jack Lupo, the first baseman, for out number 2. Well, it's nice to see that everybody wants the ball, but that's one of those in no man's land around the pitcher's mound where somebody's got to take control, and you had 2 guys trying to do that.
That was a tough position for everybody right there, and it was really a ball for one of the corners, but because it was slightly to the first base side, Lupo had the best angle without having to go over the top of the mound like Dara did.
Strike call to Charlie Bakey, the left fielder. 389. No homers, 3 driven in for the right-handed swinger. There's the 0-1. Ground ball the second. Hit slowly. Wilkes gloves it, throws it, and another easy inning for Cole Navarro. He's faced 6. He's retired 6. We're on to the bottom of the second. There is no score here in Game 1 of this best-of-3 series. Ken Trahan and Kirk Bollinger with you. So the Tioga Indians last year lost to Northwood 2-1 in the regional round. Northwood went on and then lost to Archbishop Rummel in the quarterfinal round of the Select Division I playoffs. Tioga, though, reached the Class 4A state championship game in 2021. Most recently, they lost to North Vermilion 5-3 in that title game. The Tioga program has been state runner-up 3 times in school history. Out of Ball, Louisiana, in Rapides Parish, Central Louisiana. That's Tioga. Of course, the Brother Martin program, we know it very well here in these parts. Jeff Lupo in his 7th year as the head coach, of course, longtime assistant, former player, class of 1992 at Brother Martin, assisted by Joey Latino, Adam Duran, and Trey Turner. Crusaders have fashioned a couple of state championships, winning in 1984 and in 1996. In 1984 under Barry Hebert, in 1996 under Mark Wisniewski, state runner-ups twice. 1975 under Tom Schwanner, and 1985 under Barry Hebert. Brother Martin has won 8 district titles in the storied Catholic League, and they've been in the semifinals 3 times, 2015, 2019, and 2022. Crusaders is a higher seed at home last year, got beat by Bird here at Crescent Stadium in 2 games in the regional round, so they'd like to reverse that here this Thursday and Friday against a solid Tioga squad. Here is Frank Randall, the center fielder and cleanup hitter for the Crusaders. 360, team high 5 home runs, team high 31 RBIs for Randall. He is a good player. And he takes a changeup down for ball 1.
And he's really the player on this Brother Martin team that supplies the home run power. And not that some of the other guys don't have home run power, but none of them possess the power that Frank has.
No. And that pitch is inside, nearly hit him 2-0. Grudgingly gave ground there.
Pitches middle into Frank is deadly for a pitcher.
Swing and a miss. Went after a high one there, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
And that's how you have to pitch him. You have to make him chase out of the zone. You have to get ahead, and then you have to expand the zone with him. If you fall behind and you have to throw something over the middle part of the plate, he's going to get you.
Down a ball. It's 3 balls and a strike. So Randall dictates here. 3-1 the count. And a strike called. It's 3-2.
That's a really, really good 3-1 pitch right there by Reeves. Wasn't giving in right there to Randall.
Payoff pitch, ball 4. So the first base runner of the game is a leadoff walk here in the second. Randall trots to first base. And that will bring Cole Navarro to the plate. Navarro, 378. No homers, 19 driven in. He's a good one. In a position to help himself here.
Randall runs well. Center fielder.
Pitch is high, and that's going to be a wild pitch. Over the catcher's head and back to the backstop. So into scoring position goes Randall with nobody out. So the Crusaders mount the first threat of the evening.
And it brings up an interesting decision right now for Coach Jeff Lupo. You could bunt him over to third, but you've got the lefty on deck facing the lefty Reeves. Or you can just let Navarro swing it and do his thing.
He is going to bunt, and he bunts it toward first. What a job. First baseman gets, throws to the second baseman covering for the out. That's a terrific job by Navarro to get bat on ball on a pitch that ran way in on his hands. Sacrifice works on the play. 3-4 put out, 1 out.
How he got the bat on that ball, I do not know. And if he doesn't get the bat on the ball, that ball's squaring him up right in the abdomen. I mean, that was right at him. And I think he bunted it in self-defense, honestly.
Crazy. Here's Reese Roussel with a runner third, 1 out the pitch. Breaking ball just dipped low, 1-0. Reese 232, no homers, and 17 runs driven in. The junior. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss and a high heater, 1-1. He uses that breaking ball and that changeup to make that fastball look faster.
And he throws the high fastball off the curveball, which makes it look like the breaking ball, but it's a 12 miles an hour harder.
Swing and a miss. He throws the fastball by him, and now it is 1-2. Roussel's job to put it in play here with the runner at third and 1 out. He bunted the runner up to try to get him home.
Now
takes contact.
Now he's got him set up for the breaking ball.
On 1-2. Here it is. Fastball down and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I think what they saw was he was late on the fastball twice.
And then they came in. Now they might go away.
Tripled up on it. 2-2 the count. Ready now. Next pitch on the way. Outside, so stayed hard, and it's full 3-2. Throw to third, throw it away, and the Crusaders are going to take the lead on a throwing error by Harper, and it's 1-0, Brother Martin.
So the sack bunt pays off, as does the wild pitch, to allow Brother Martin to draw first blood here in Game 1 of this playoff series.
So the Crusaders take the early lead here. And now the count 3-2 on Roussel with 1 out, the payoff. Popped him up. Straight up. Should be playable behind the plate. The catcher there and making the catch is Harper. Or did they say it hit? Did they say it hit the netting or hit the facade?
He dropped the ball on the exchange.
On the exchange.
And the umpire saying he dropped it. He dropped the ball.
I saw him catch the ball.
That's a terrible call. They're going to get help here.
I mean, that's a catch.
Yeah, that was a catch.
I mean, it's a transfer. I'd already recorded it, and now they're going to talk about it.
The home plate umpire actually took his eyes off the play. If you saw it,
right?
He looked away because it was routine. He made the catch routine. He looked away, and then he saw the ball on the ground.
I saw the ball on the ground.
And they're going to call it a foul ball.
That's why I was saying,
wow.
That's why I was saying, did it hit something? Because he lost it in the transfer.
Yeah, that's a bad call.
That's a big break.
Good break for the Crusaders. Tough one for Tioga.
Very much so.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you just want to get the call right.
Swing and a miss. He got him anyway on a good off-speed pitch down. And that's out number 2. Interesting throwback.
Trey Harper having a little difficult time delivering that throw to third base so far this inning.
It might signal the running game for the Crusaders. 2 gone. Here's Jack Lupo.
I would think so.
195 hitter, a homer, 9 driven in for Jack. Bases empty, 2 outs. Pitch is outside a ball.
Now Lupo's another guy that can supply a little bit of power, as well as Randall.
Took a strike over the outside edge to make it 1-1.
He does have 1 homer, only hitting 195.
Took it high and away, 2-1.
Big, strong right-handed hitter.
2-1. Swinging a little looper toward right. That's trouble down the line. Slicing just foul by about a foot. You knew it was slicing. The question was, would it stay fair? And it did not.
Yeah, the wind wasn't helping it much. The wind was fighting it all the way down to the green space. It wasn't going to allow it to stay fair.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Did you notice I'm wearing my Saints hat today?
I don't see that, buddy.
Had to.
Attaboy.
Draft night. We got to get something going on. Maybe one of those good quarterbacks will slip to us, huh?
I doubt that. I doubt seriously, very seriously, that will happen. Here's the ball down at straight 2. They need an offensive tackle or 2 so badly that I don't know that there's anything else they could possibly do.
Boy, to think that we missed out on Pat Mahomes by 1 guy.
Yeah, man.
1 pick.
Keep going there.
Man.
Payoff pitch is on the way and a swing and a foul back. Lupo stays alive. 1-0 Crusaders here in the bottom of the 2nd inning from historic Kirsch Rooney Stadium. Another to Lupo. Ground ball, third base side, just foul. And I mean foul by just a foot. So he's missed the right field line by a foot, and he's missed the left field line by a foot.
He's trying to paint him. Neither ball hit exceptionally well, but he's trying to place them perfectly. And like you said, that was just about a ball or so foul off the third base bag. Third baseman was playing him off the line because of the previous swings that he had.
And another 3-2. Breaking ball just missed away. Ball 4. Good at bat for Lupo. He'll trot to first base. He saw 8 pitches and draws the walk.
Very nice at bat, working Reeves, and we've talked about it a million times when you're looking at high school baseball. Those long at bats come back to haunt the pitcher and his team late in the game when he's trying to finish it out, and they have to go to the bullpen.
Here's Egan Prather, 239 hitter, no homers, 11 driven in for the Crusaders catcher. And a fast one away, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Prather.
Lupo not a stolen base threat. At first, Prather chokes up on the bat.
He pops him up into center field, short center for the center fielder Isles, coming on there to put it away. In the inning, a run scores on no hits. 1 big error, 1 man left. So after 2, the Crusaders now lead the Indians by the score of 1-0. Took advantage of the opportunity there, Kurt.
They really did. They took advantage of the wild pitch after the Randall walk, and then Navarro does a great job of helping himself out. He gets the sacrifice bunt down miraculously because that was a very difficult pitch to handle. And then the errant throw by the catcher, Trey Harper, allows Brother Martin to take that early lead. And when you give a lead like that to Navarro, watch him come out and start pounding the strike zone.
So we head to the third 1-0 Brother Martin. No surprise, Caleb Williams, first overall pick in the NFL draft to the Chicago Bears. Now we watch very closely and interestingly to see if Jaden Daniels goes second.
I tell you what, I think I might have taken Jaden Daniels over him.
I've been saying that. And
the character of the person.
I've tried to take out my prejudice, which I freely admit because I saw Jaden Daniels all the time. But here's what I see. Jaden Daniels is 2 or 3 inches bigger. Jaden Daniels is much faster.
Much faster.
Jaden Daniels throws the ball every bit as good. He might be the best deep baller in the draft. He's one of the 2 best deep ball throwers in the draft, along with Penix. And Jaden Daniels is also ready. He's a seasoned think college quarterback who's played under a couple of different systems. I think he's ready for the NFL.
And he's coming out of the SEC.
He's coming out of the SEC. I think all of those things
that's like AAA.
Yeah, I think that's applicable. I think that's a very good statement.
And I think Caleb Williams' mental state is a little fragile. I think he showed that several times over the last year and a half or two.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I was the Bears, there's no way I'm trading Justin Fields. I'm going to trade the pick and get a ton of draft picks.
Yep.
And then the pick that they would have gotten would have allowed them to get a very nice pick as well, even though it might have been 5 or 7 or 9 or something like that. I would have preferred to get more than just one player for that pick.
Understood. We're having a conversation here. Brother Martin coaching staff is having a talk with the umpiring crew, Kirk. I'm not sure what this is about. And Coach Lupo's heading to the mound.
Could it be a blister or something on Navarro's hand?
I'm looking at his hand. It might be something he's wearing.
Oh, bracelet maybe?
Yeah, I think it's something he's wearing that they've asked him possibly to take off. I think you're right. I think it's some sort of wristband or whatever the case may be.
Maybe some tape he had on his wrist?
Mm-hmm. Whatever it is.
TV tape?
Taken care of. High school baseball on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by Rhino Shield Mid-South. Tired of painting year after year? Go Rhino. Rhino Shield resists chipping, cracking, flaking, or peeling, and is backed by a 25-year warranty. Get your free estimate. Visit rhinoshieldmidsouth.com or call 833-233-7181. Here we go in the 3rd inning. And Marcus Arellano leads it off. And he takes it high from Navarro. For ball 1, Navarro's faced 6, set down 6 thus far. He's been economical in the process. Fouled, and it's 1-1.
He always seems to be economical.
He used just 19 pitches in the first 2 innings.
Yeah, we've seen him several times the last couple of seasons, and he's the same guy every night. That's so awesome to be able to have a pitcher like that at the high school level where he's just so consistent night in, night out to give you these quality starts.
Fouls it to the screen, and the count is 1-2. On Arellano leading off the top of the 3rd, 1-0 Crusaders. Breaking ball foul right side. That will be unplayable. And the count remains in a ball and 2 strikes.
I had a guy like that at Shaw named Jason Nene.
Mm-hmm.
When he was pitching,
Remember him well.
I told the bullpen, have a seat because you're not pitching tonight. He was 75, 78, 82, 84 pitches, complete game every time out.
Arellano takes strike 3, called. Great pitch by Navarro. His 2nd strikeout, and it's out number 1 here in the 3rd.
It really was a good pitch, and that's what we talked about early in the pregame was how well he commands the glove side of the plate. And that's all that was a little Powder River right on the outside corner, and he froze Arellano with that fastball.
Isles bunts it back toward the netting, and that is not playable off the net. Foul ball. It's 0-1 on Christian Isles. 268 batter with 12 RBI on the season. Right-handed hitter. Game 2 tomorrow at 4:30 here at Kershawini, and we'll have that one for you here on CrescentCitySports.com. If a 3rd game is needed, it would be tomorrow night at the conclusion of Game 2, and we'd have that as well. That is a fast strike over the outside edge. So it looks like they're getting maybe a ball off the plate with the outside edge, but it's been consistent.
It has, and it's been on both sides of the plate, too.
0-2. Fouled right side, holding at 0-2.
My kind of strike zone.
Understood. No balls and 2 strikes.
Who's on the clock? Washington?
Yep. They're in the 2nd pick, and Washington on the clock. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Navarro to Isles, and a breaking ball just missed, down and out. So it's a ball and 2 strikes on Isles.
And the umpire would not give Isles time right there, and he asked for it plenty early. I don't understand why umpires won't give it.
Swing and a ground ball is short. bobble by Shannon, and he'll lose the play in the process. So that'll be an error for the first base runner for Tioga. Isles is aboard with one out.
Tough hop right there for Shannon. He was a little tentative coming to get it. He probably could have come in a little bit more aggressively on it. It was hit fairly sharp, but it wasn't a rocket. And that last hop came up and bit him right on the heel of the glove. And it kicked away a little bit too far for him to be able to recover in time to throw out Isles at first base. He probably should have held the ball because he almost compounded the error by making another error on the throw.
There's Logan Delbridge, the right fielder. 203 with 3 driven in. Back to the screen. This one comes, and it's 0-1.
Bunting for a hit right there is Delbridge, the right fielder. Probably a pretty good runner. I don't have any stats on him as far as stolen bases.
No balls and a strike.
7 stolen bases. No caught stealing, so 7 of 7.
Throw to first. Runner dives back in.
Can't cancel out the sacrifice bunt here because you will be putting the leadoff hitter Trey Harper in the batter's box with a two out RBI opportunity, but not typically what you would do.
And the pitch outside, throw to first by the catcher, runner back. Jaden Daniels, the number 2 overall pick in the NFL draft. He goes to Washington, so Daniels just selected by the Washington Commanders.
Well, hopefully that'll work out for him. He's got some pretty good receivers to throw to.
McLaurin in particular?
McLaurin's really good. With a good quarterback, McLaurin could be all-pro, honestly.
1-1 the count. On Delbridge. Isles leading away. The pitch. Runner goes. The delayed steal. The throw down is right on the money. He's going to be out by a mile. Great throw by Prather. Tag is slapped on him by Shannon, and that's out number 2. A delayed steal, but Prather was all over that. He got a pitch to handle, and he threw a strike.
That looked like somebody might have missed a sign. Isles was looking back as if he was expecting some protection from Delbridge, maybe a botched hit and run or something like that, or a bunt and run.
In the air, right field, right fielder there, and making the catch, McCluskey. Inning is over. Navarro's faced the minimum through 3. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 1-0 with the Crusaders on top of Tioga. Navarro very sharp, Kirk.
He is. He's very sharp. His offense has posted him up with a lead, albeit only a 1-run lead, but that may be all he needs if he continues to throw the ball like he's throwing. I mean, he's getting ahead in the count. He's throwing all of his pitches for strikes. He is commanding that glove side part of the play, which is so important for a guy like him. He's not overpowering, but you don't need to be when you're locating the fastball as well as he has thus far in this game.
Reeves goes back to work. He's had to use 40 pitches in 2 innings. Had a long second inning. Goes to work in the third. McCluskey will lead it off for the Crusaders. And then you flip the order with Wiltz and Kropp to follow for Brother Martin here in the bottom of the third inning. One of the regional round series matchups taking place in Select Division 1. Ken Trahan, Kirk Bullinger with you from Kirsch Rooney Stadium. And we're blessed to have great weather tonight. Expect that again tomorrow and really throughout the weekend.
That Shaw-Edie White game must have been a good one. 1-0. Both pitchers threw complete games. Neither pitcher threw more than 85 pitches. It was over in like an hour and 40 minutes.
Man, tell me about it. The kind of game you love.
Absolutely.
All purists will enjoy that.
No need for a pitch clock there.
Not at all. Here's McCluskey to lead it off in the third.
And Dalton Davidson, who pitched for Shaw, just recently committed to Southeastern Louisiana University.
Yep, he's a good one. He's excellent. First pitch on the way to McCluskey. Down and out, ball 1. To this young freshman, Brady McCluskey. There's the 1-0. And that just missed down and away. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
He's done a real good job for the Crusaders defensively. Really.
And 3-0. So
really
McCluskey will take one here.
Cementing himself into the right field slot. Struggling a little offensively, but
has to throw a strike and cannot. So a 4-pitch walk to start the third. That's what got Reeves in trouble last inning. The leadoff walk. It's happened again here. And now we'll see how Jeff Lupo plays it with Stan Wiltz at the place, who struck out swinging his first time up.
And it's the 9-hole hitter, lefty versus lefty. That's kind of a cardinal sin as a pitcher, to walk the 9-hole. But on top of that, to have the lefty-lefty matchup and to lose him on 4 straight.
The pitch, going to swing, took it down and in. Down Reed, runner breaks for second, the throw, and he's safe. So that'll be a wild pitch. Was not running on the pitch. The runner gets the second on the wild pitch, so McCluskey is in scoring position with nobody out. He just made that down read right away, and it's pretty evident that they might run on this catcher with the throws that we've seen. So
I think you have to, when given the opportunity. A steal of third typically isn't on the catcher; it's usually on the pitcher. But when you're having as much difficulty, or when you see that the catcher's having as much difficulty as he has early on throwing to bases, you can roll the dice. You can be a little bit more aggressive.
Visit to the mound complete.
And what that does is it prevents you from having to sacrifice bunt. You don't have to give up the out because you can steal second instead of sacrificing the runner over. Now you've got the runner in scoring position. So you can let Stanley Wiltz hit here. Wiltz is .357 hitter, so I wouldn't bunt him. I'd let him hit. I mean, you've got 1, 2, 3 coming up. You got 3 shots with a guy in scoring position. I'm gonna play aggressive here. I'm not giving away any outs.
Pitch is bunted toward third. It's a really good bunt. Third baseman throws, and he is out at first base in a close play.
I think he said safe.
Did he call him safe? He did. He called him safe. Yeah, it's a base hit. He is safe. Boy, that was close. Couldn't tell with the signal.
It was
the arm
quick.
Coming across.
It
right.
was short and quick. He didn't extend the arms out a whole lot.
No.
But that was a bunt for a hit right there. That was not a sacrifice attempt.
No
the
doubt.
Third baseman, Case Malone, did all he could on that ball, but Wiltz just a little bit too quick, and the throw was a little bit high, which pulled Looney off the bag just enough for Wiltz to get his foot down before Looney's did.
Here's Cody Kropp with a big chance, and that's a wild pitch in the dirt. We'll get the back end runner to second. That ball bounced in front of the plate. So suddenly command is an issue for Ryan Reeves. 1-0 the Kropp, and now second and third, nobody out.
It was so wild that it didn't hit anything except the backstop and bounced right back to Harper.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and that's 3 wild pitches already.
With nobody out, McCluskey did exactly what he should have done and just hold tight. Let the 2, 3, 4 hole hitters do the work.
Reeves will go to the full windup, and he delivers a fast strike, and it's 1-1 to Kropp, who's driven in 8. He'd love to add to that total right here. 1-0 Brother Martin, bottom of the third. Trying to play add-on in this situation.
I think Reeves got the benefit of a high strike right there.
1-1 is grounded up the middle. That's a base hit. 1 run will score. 2 runs are going to score. Runner breaks for second. The throw there's in time, and he's out at second base, as that'll be a 2-6 putout. And that'll be the first out of the inning, but 2 runs score. A 2-run single for Kropp makes it 3-0.
Nice job of hitting right there by Kropp. It looked like he was out in front on a little two-seamer. He just poked it up the middle. Wilt scores easily, as does McCluskey, but with no outs right there, no reason to try to take second base right there. And now you just kind of squashed the rally a little bit, but he did drive in the 2 runs to give the Crusaders a 3-0 lead.
Yep, drawn in infield, and he hit it in the best place up the middle. Here's a ball to Dara, who grounded to second his first trip. High for a ball, 2 balls and no strikes.
That went 8-2-6 on the put-out, correct?
2-0 pitch. That bounced up there, so command has been an issue here. 3-0 the count. The 3-0. That's high, so a 4-pitch walk yet again.
That's probably going to earn a trip to the mound, I would think. Can't let things unravel here in the third. Dara's a good runner. You're probably going to see him take off here. Haven't really seen much of a move from Reeves over to first base yet.
Here's Randall, good hitter. The pitch, swinging a ground ball foul, third base side. Walked and scored last inning.
Looked like a first pitch changeup to Randall way out in front. Chops it just outside the third base coach's box. I don't know why they just didn't let Dara go. I would have had Frank taking a pitch, and I'd have let Dara.
There's a swing and a fly ball hit high in deep left center field. Left fielder back there, making the catch is Bakey's for out number 2. About a 355-foot fly ball off the pad of Randall. He didn't miss that by much.
Now, that might have he might have missed a barrel by a ball towards the handle, not by a whole lot. And also, with the wind blowing in, that's not getting out of here unless you absolutely square it up perfectly.
So 2 gone here. Runner still at first, and here's Cole Navarro. There goes the runner. Big jump, pitches high. They won't even throw. Tremendous jump. Look, they're going to run in this game. That's clear.
Well, he went first move on the lefty, and that's what you do. And as soon as Reeves made a move with that front foot, Dara was off to the races, and there was no chance for Harper to even attempt to throw to second base.
In scoring position with 2 outs, and the pitch is swung on and looped toward right foul. Down the right field side, the count now even at a ball and a strike on Cole Navarro.
Yeah, and that's why I would have taken off with Randall in the box. If Dara's on second and he hits that 355-foot fly ball to left center field, Dara probably tags and goes to third.
Ball and a strike on Cole Navarro. Runner at second base, Dara, with 2 outs. 2 runs home here in the third. 3-0 Brother Martin on top. And a pickoff move to second. Dara back. Second baseman Morrison trying to get to the bag.
It didn't look like Morrison gave open hand at second base. It just looked like Reeves wheeled and fired over there.
Pitch is looped toward right field. Right fielder coming. Can't get it. A base hit. And a run is going to score. And it is a 4-0 lead for Brother Martin. Navarro helps himself with a looping liner into right to drive home Dara. So the stolen base pays off.
Fastball in on the hands of Navarro right there. He stayed inside of the ball and kind of sliced it towards the right fielder. I thought he might have a chance, but again, that wind knocked it down, allowing Navarro to reach and drive in the 4th run of the night for the Brother Martin Crusaders.
Drake May went 3rd to the Patriots, and Marvin Harrison just went 4th in the NFL draft to the Cardinals. Here's Reese Roussel. Struck out swinging in the 2nd. Moved to 1st. And again, they're going to want to run in this game. There is no doubt about that.
Yeah, I don't know if I would run with Navarro. Mm-hmm. He's my pitcher. The last thing I need is for him to.
Well, he's not running. They pinch ran. Courtesy ran for him.
All right. Who is that over there?
Throw to first. Runner back once more. Diving. That is LeBlanc, I believe. Rex LeBlanc.
Rex LeBlanc.
Running for Navarro. Not going. Pitch is high for a ball.
I was thinking big league rules like you do.
Jeez. You know you don't want to get me started on this, right?
Courtesy runners. Free substitution.
Oh, man. 1-0. Up and in 2-0. So the command has disappeared for Reeves here in the 3rd inning.
You know, and that was one of the Achilles heels that the Tioga head coach talked about when I was on the field prior to the game, was that Command.
As a swing and a pop-up left side. Should be playable. Shortstop, long run, and can't get it. Ball just kept slicing away. Arellano couldn't quite get to it. Below the third baseman, didn't have the angle. Left fielder Bakes was too far away.
Yeah, Arellano was playing Roussel up the middle a bit, and he had a long way to go to get that. I knew that was going to be a tough play for him. Again, especially with the wind pushing it away from Arellano. He gave it a valiant effort on that, though.
2-1 on Roussel. Struck out swinging back in the second. That's with the runner first here in 2 outs. And the pitch. That's way high. And it's 3-1. What have you seen why he's lost command so much in this inning?
Yeah, he's just not finishing the pitches like he was earlier in the game. He's kind of fallen off the third base side of the mound a bit, maybe trying to overthrow it just a tad.
3-1. That is over below, so ball 4. And yet another walk. That is the third of the inning to go along with a couple of wild pitches in the inning and the 4th walk of the game.
And he looks a little uncomfortable in the stretch. You noticed when, as soon as he got a guy on third or second and third, he went back to the windup. And that's a telltale sign that he's not very comfortable pitching from the stretch delivery.
There's Jack Lupo at the plate. Walked his first trip, 2 on, 2 outs, trying to add on here, and it's way high again. And when he's missing, he's missing by a bunch. I mean, he's been well up in the zone. He's bounced a few. Just, we're not talking about close misses, which was the case earlier in the game. We get bullpen action now, and he hit him. So again, the command is gone. Hits the batter. Bases are loaded with 2 outs for Egan Prather.
And we haven't seen.
Inning continues to build. It's Easton Furness throwing in the bullpen.
We haven't seen a visit, have we?
Not yet in this inning. Furness in the bullpen. The coach Montiel's looking down that way right now, and the catcher to the mound, and they're sending somebody down to check and see right now.
And you get into the situation we talked about on the air with the Chalmette-Slidell game the other day. You're down 4-0. It's early. You get bases loaded. I mean, where do you go to in the bullpen? Do you go to one of your guys to try to, put out the fire, or do you start going to the back end of the bullpen and save some arms for tomorrow and possibly a game 3?
Bases loaded, pitch to Prather, and that is a strike called. It's 0-1. Egan flew out to center in the second inning. Stepped out, took a look at his coach, and now gets back in. From the full windup, runner stealing home. The pitch is down and in. He steals home. Wow. And another runner for third, and it's 5-0. Brother Martin. Pitcher elects to work from the windup, and it was a protracted windup and a tremendous jump there on the play by LeBlanc, and he swipes home to make it 5-0.
And that's exactly why I would never let my pitchers pitch out of the stretch with runners on base. And I don't care whether they're at third, first, second, and third, second, third, whatever the case may be. If you got runners on base, you have to pitch out of the stretch.
So runners now at first and third. It's a 4-run inning, and it's 5-0. Taking third on the back end, the Steel Roussel. And they are running wild here, as we suggested they might.
I had already credited Lupo with his swipe, but he didn't go.
He did not. Everybody else did. There's a fly ball to center. Should in the inning. Isles coasting under it, makes the catch. Inning over, but the Crusaders bat 9 men in the inning. They produce 4 runs on 3 hits in the frame. No errors, and the Crusaders strand 2. They've left 3, and after 3, lead this game by the score of 5-0. And the way Navarro's throwing the ball, 5 runs is going to be a bunch.
Oh, that should be plenty for him the way he's throwing it. He's absolutely locked in right now. Low pitch count, lots of strikes, unlike Ryan Reeves, Navarro's counterpart. And if Navarro keeps getting ahead and he's applying the pressure on the Tioga hitters, it's going to be smooth sailing for him. Moving through the latter stages of this game. Navarro's at 33 pitches, 22 strikes.
Yeah, that's it, 22.
And then Reeves, on the other hand, 70 pitches, less than 50% strikes. He's thrown 32 strikes out of 70. I don't see how you can go much longer with Reeves, considering the fact that you're down 5, unless you just want him to eat innings here, and you're going to look ahead to Game 2 and Game 3. I mean, that would be the only reason. Reeves' line so far: 3 innings, 3 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 5 walks, only 3 strikeouts.
So, Navarro, having faced the minimum, prepares to go to work in inning number 4. With the Crusaders now up by the score of 5-0. High school baseball on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by Gibbs Construction, a leader in the construction industry in Louisiana and the Gulf Coast for more than 45 years. Transforming dreams, visions, and plans into reality. Gibbs Construction. Trey Harper leads it off. Trayton Harper, the leadoff man, grounded to third to start the ball game. The pitch and a strike from Navarro. It's 0-1. The thing you wondered is the long half inning, how it would impact Navarro. He comes out and pumps a strike. That breaking ball sits high. It's 1-1.
You know, he can sit back and challenge these Tioga hitters right now.
1-1. That's down. So the count now 2-1. With 2 balls and a strike. And another. That is high, so it's 3-1.
Now, this is the last thing you want to see if you're Coach Jeff Lupo or Joey Latino. You get a 4 spot in the bottom of the third. You certainly don't want to go out there and issue a walk to the first batter of the inning.
And now the 3-1 pitch. And a swing and a miss. 3-2.
Blew it right past him. Fastball, middle. When you're in a hitter's count, you can still throw the fastball by the hitter. It tells the story that your fastball's got some good life to it.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Pitcher steps off. Chargers take the first tackle off the board. That's the Saints are looking at. Joe Alt of Notre Dame with the 5th overall pick in the draft. Pitches outside, ball 4. Leadoff walk issued to Harper here in the 4th for Tioga. That's the first walk issued by Navarro, and it's the leadoff variety.
Yeah, we definitely need some help on that offensive line.
Ooh, man.
That's for sure.
Joe Alt, the son of John Alt, the former NFL player. So father-sons, back-to-back. Marvin Harrison.
There you go.
John Alt, Joe Alt.
You know, Carr he got beat up all season long. There's no protection.
He played hurt. Here's Tyler Looney, grounded to short in the first. Harper, a good runner, and a swing and a base hit to right field. Is the first hit of the game, and 2 on, nobody out for Tioga. Get something going here in the 4th.
So Tioga not playing dead, that's for sure. And they've got the right hitters up right now, so they can make a little noise here and get themselves back in the game. With a leadoff walk, followed by a line drive base hit to right. Now you've got your 3-0 hitter, Alex Morrison, up with the power hitting Ryan Reeves on deck.
Morrison, a good one. He struck out swinging in the first. He's a really good hitter, though. The pitch, swing and a miss. A .392 hitter on the season. Now, he was committed to LSU Eunice, but is not now. 0-1 the count. Good pitcher. He will pitch game 2 tomorrow. Morrison waits. Pitch on the way. That's a strike called. It's 0-2.
So Navarro gets right back to work here against Morrison with strike 1 and strike 2.
No balls and 2 strikes. And another on the way. Breaking ball in the dirt. Nice block by Prather. A very good defensive catcher.
Good pitch right there.
Count now 1-2.
By Navarro, trying to expand the strike zone with the breaking ball, trying to get Morrison to chase. Morrison did a great job of laying off of that. pray they're doing a great job of blocking it.
A ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch, high and away. It's 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Morrison.
It's a big pitch right here for Navarro. You don't want to go 3-2. This is the action pitch. He wants something to happen here.
And he missed outside with the sweeper, so he's gone full 3-2. With 2 on, nobody out.
And if you're Morrison, you can't look for a pitch here. You have to look in a spot. And if I'm him, I'm looking for the ball away, and I'm going to try to adjust from that.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, nobody out. Inside move, nothing happening.
You don't want to look for a curveball in this spot and then get beat with the heater or vice versa. You just need to look in a zone. That'll keep you on the breaking ball.
Payoff is ball 4, and now the bases are loaded with nobody out, and here come the Indians. A pair of walks and a single, so maybe the long half inning did impact Navarro.
It can do that. There's no question about it. It's a...
And we'll get a visit to the mound from Joey Latino, the veteran coach, to go talk to his hurler.
Sometimes a long inning by your offense is bittersweet. Should go down and throw a little bit.
Runners will talk to their coach. So will the hitter. As Coach Latino visits with his pitcher and his catcher. As Tioga has its first real opportunity in this game. Navarro had faced the minimum coming into this inning. And he hasn't gotten anyone out yet this inning, with the 4th batter set to hit and a cleanup hitter at that. In Ryan Reeves, left-handed hitter, striding to the plate.
This is
and Malik Neighbors of LSU goes
to the Giants.
To the Giants. There you go.
Coach David Montiel said this is the key to their lineup. He has to drive runs in when he has the opportunity. Ryan Reeves, that is.
Stretch pitch and a fast strike to get ahead. It's 0-1. Play him slightly to pull. It's Harper at 3rd, Looney 2nd, and Morrison at 1st. Reeves waiting, the 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
So Navarro has to make a pitch. He just made 2 real good ones. And he's got Reeves in a hole 0-2 here.
So Neighbors goes 6th overall in the NFL draft. 2 LSU Tigers amongst the top 6 picks.
So 2 and a 6, huh? Number 2, number 6.
0-2 pitch. And a swing and a line drive, base hit left center field. 1 run is home. 2 runs will score. Another runner for 3rd. He's safe. Back end runner to 2nd. And here comes Tioga. It's 5-2 as Reeves delivers a 2-run single.
Too fat of an 0-2 pitch right there by Navarro. I'm sure that's not where he wanted it. It was supposed to be painted away. But he left it out over the middle. Reeves did exactly what you should do with that pitch, especially behind in the count 0-2. He stayed inside of it, laces it into the gap. And then there was some confusion as to who should have been the cutoff man. Dara sunk down in the cutoff position. It really should have been Lupo at first base. The throw by the left fielder, Kropp, he knew he didn't have a play at the plate, and he's playing with the lead. His throw went to 3rd, but Darrow was not there. Brody Shannon was in cutoff position to 3rd, but there was nobody at 3rd base. So a little confusion going on, and I guess some of that could be attributed to the fact that Darrow plays shortstop most of the time and was out of position right there.
Malone took a ball, now a strike. It's 1-1. It's 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. 5-2 game, and a chance for Tioga to have a big inning here. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball drops in for a strike. That's a slow breaking ball.
That was the slow curveball right there.
So the count goes to 1-2.
He floated that one in there. Change of pace curveball.
1-2 on Malone. Navarro pitching, and it's outside. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I guess you got to give an error to Crop in left field on the throw.
They did not. So
even though
saying that the runner just advanced on the throw. So
even though it wasn't his, he made a good throw actually.
Right, which is why I think he didn't give it and just said he advanced on the throw. So time called. The runner's second and third. Nobody out. 2 runs home and a 2-2 count.
So you got Daniel Jones a little help. Danny Dimes.
Now he has to step up.
He really does.
Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. And he struck him out. That's a big strikeout, out number 1 here in the 4th. Navarro gets his 3rd strikeout of the game. And now Charlie Bakes will bat. Bakes grounded to second in the 2nd inning.
He does that here, he's going to get an RBI because the infield's back. Now it looks like Egan Prather is calling in Lupo at first to play in, but the middle is still back. So any ground ball in the middle, unless it's hit at Navarro, will produce a run.
Here's a little chop to first. Can he win the race? No way. He's safe. That's a base hit, and a run scores, and it's a 5-3 ball game. Bakes with a chop single. Lupo had to wait on it. He had no help. There's no way he could have won that race to the bag.
Navarro's got to cover. Navarro's got to cover on that.
Pitcher not there.
And that's 2 plays this inning where the Brother Martin defense has let themselves down because they're not in position or not covering a base properly. And the Tioga Indians have taken advantage of it. So they've gotten themselves back in the game. And this inning is not even close to being over with. You got a 1st and 3rd situation with the shortstop Marcos Arellano up. Obviously a good runner at first base. He beat that play out. So, you might see them apply a little pressure here.
Swung on and foul by Arellano, who struck out looking back in the 3rd. It's 0-1. Five-3 Brother Martin top of the 4th. 3 runs home for Tioga and counting. They've got 1st and 3rd, just 1 out. It's a big run down at 3rd.
Middle's back playing for 2, as they should be. In at 3rd with Dara.
Showed bunt, so and that pitch high and away. So safety squeeze perhaps. It's 1-1. Ball and a strike.
Navarro's pitch count jumped from 33 to 57 already this inning. He's going to match, if he's not careful, he's going to match his 3-inning total with the number of pitches he's going to throw here in the 4th. He needs a double play ball is what he needs.
Ball and a strike from the stretch to the plate. Showed bunt again. A breaking ball way outside and low. So it is 2 balls and a strike. I mean, he was the master of all he surveyed for 3 innings, and in this inning he has simply struggled. And again, the long half inning, I think, without question, impacted him.
It appears to have. It's not a cool night. It's a nice warm evening. It shouldn't have affected him that much. He didn't have to run the bases, as we talked about. He was able to rest.
2-1, showed bunt again and took a strike, so now it's 2-2, so doubtful that he'd bunt here.
Nice job by Prather stealing that strike because that ball looked down. He did a good job of getting his thumb up and under that pitch and getting it into the strike zone. I think he sold that one.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
Arellano's still up in the box. So you even with 2
Showing
strikes.
bunt, really. Yeah, sure.
He could drop one down. He's a shortstop, obviously runs pretty well. He's choked up on the bat about an inch or so, maybe a little more.
Bakes away from first. Reeves from 3rd, and a swing and a foul back on a hyphen. Arellano stays alive. Bakes with 5 stolen bases on the season.
You wouldn't think Tioga would run here because you don't want to risk the strike him out, throw him out. Prather threw a bullet down there earlier tonight.
And a swing and a liner foul down the first base side. as he continues to battle, and he'll see a 7th pitch in the at-bat. Still 2-2.
He's at 60 pitches. He's almost matched his game total in this 4th inning. So Navarro really working hard here to try to get out of this 4th and limit the damage to just 3 runs. And Arellano choked up even more on the bat.
2-2. Breaking ball beat on the ground the first. The play will be to first. He'll get another run home. Out at first. Run scored. RBI. 5-4 game. Arellano gets the job done.
5-4 game, and the tying run is in scoring position with 2 outs. So a base hit ties this one up. Christian Isles comes to the plate.
Here's Isles, reached on an error his first time. And he takes a strike. It's 0-1.
Another good job by Prather right there, framing that one. That's an art right there. Framing that low pitch, instead of taking it down out of the zone, getting the thumb under the ball and bringing it up into the zone to make it appear to be a better pitch than it actually is.
Time called to the last second there. Runner leads from second. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball missed away, and it got by Prather. That'll be a pass ball.
Yeah.
That's a pitch that he should have handled and did not. So now Biggies is at third with the tying run with 2 outs. And the count goes to 1-1.
Now that was a pitch that was way out of the zone, and Prather tried to pull it back in. It was just too far out for him to do anything with it. He should have just concerned himself with catching it instead of trying to present it and steal it.
Now 2-1.
And that pitch count has crept up to 65.
Looks like J.C. Latham, another tackle goes off the board. So you keep counting the tackles, right? 2-1 the count. On Isles the pitch. And a swing and a liner in the left field, right at the left fielder Crop, who makes the catch. And the inning is over. But 4 runs crossed the plate in the frame on 3 hits in the inning. There are no errors officially, and there was a runner left at third. First left in the game by Tioga. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, it's now 5-4, Brother Martin. And I guess we can say officially now it's game on, right, Kurt?
It is. It's a 1-run ball game going into the bottom of the 4th. We've got a new arm on the mound for the Tioga Indians. That's number 20.
And that's Easton Furness.
Easton Furness.
You can tell us about his numbers and everything that he's been able to do thus far this year.
Easton Furness has 17 innings pitched, given up 11 hits, only 2 earned runs, walked 12. He has struck out 13. He has a whip of 1.35 and a 0.82 ERA. So he's been stingy all season long for the Tioga Indians, and they're going to need him to do exactly that after that 4 spot matches the 4 spot that the Brother Martin Crusaders put up.
Brother Martin needs to go back to work offensively now. They'll have McCluskey to lead it off. Then the top of the order, Wilson Crop in the 4th against the new pitcher, Easton Furness takes over, and Kirk can give you the line on Reeves here when gets an opportunity, since he's done after 3 innings here. The control just went away in the 3rd inning for Reeves.
Yeah, so Reeves winds up throwing 3 innings, allowing 3 hits, 5 runs, 4 of which were earned. He walked 5 and struck out 3. He threw 70 pitches, 32 strikes.
Hit a batter and had 3 wild pitches as well. And here's a ball to McCluskey. McCluskey walked and scored last inning in that 4-run inning.
That's typically what happens when you walk the 9-hole hitter. Bad news. And that was a 4-run inning.
Outside 2-0.
And Furness falls behind him right there.
Working from the stretch, the 2-0. That's high also. Everything's been up. It's 3-0.
McCluskey will be taking here, I would imagine.
And that's high. So everything up. 4 pitches up and out of the zone. Leadoff walk. Well, we said that a few times in this game. Leadoff walk. And every time, teams have scored.
And it's led to 8 runs. Leadoff walks have led to 8 runs in this ball game. So not a good start for Furness if the trend continues. The Wilts last time drag bunted for a base hit in this situation. So the third baseman for Tioga, Case
strike call, 0-1,
is about 3 or 4 steps in on the grass, so he's taking away that drag bunt opportunity, at least to the third base side. He could always push one to this first base side.
And a ground ball to short. The play will be to second out there, back to first, safe there. So a fielder's choice grounder will have Wilts running at first with 1 out.
Yeah, the ball probably wasn't hit sharply enough to turn the double play right there. Wilts runs well, and Ariano had a little bit of difficulty getting that out of his glove. But they did get the force out. The relay throw by Morrison got away from the first baseman, now Ryan Reeves, but nothing doing there.
Here's Kropp. Struck out and singled home 2, and he takes a ball down. It's 1-0. Throw to first, he threw it away. So that'll be a throwing error, and that'll put a runner in scoring position. The second time they throw one away to advance a runner in this game. And if you're Tioga, you really want that shutdown inning here after you just rallied with 4.
So you really do, especially with a guy that's put up these kind of numbers all year. You would expect a shutdown inning.
Ball and no strikes.
This is the key batter to the inning for both teams.
Pitch to Kropp. And a swing and a line drive, base hit to left. Hit it too hard for the runner to score. He'll stop at third. So it's going to be runners at the corners with 1 out. Kropp's got a 2-hit game.
So Kropp does what he's been doing all year. He just helps set the table for Dara and Randall. Fastball middle, in and up, which is really where Kropp likes the ball. He's got quick hands to that fastball inside, and he just laced that one into left field. Wilts had to hold because it was on a line. He had to make sure it got past the third baseman before he could proceed to third. And like you said, it was hit sharply enough so that Charlie Bakey's got the ball in quickly enough not to allow Wilts to score.
Pitch missing down and out to Ryan Darrow, who's grounded out. Walked, stolen a base, scored a run. The Arizona State commit at the plate, 1-0 the count.
It's a good opportunity for Kropp to take off.
Not going, and the pitch is popped up. In the right, is it deep enough? The runner's going to tag. Delbridge, the catch. Runner tags, throw toward the plate. It is not in time. A sacrifice fly by Dara, and just beating the wrap. Wilt scores, and the Crusaders lead at 6-4.
The right fielder, Logan Delbridge, got twisted up just enough so that he caught that ball with absolutely no momentum coming through it. He had to catch that going backwards a step. He didn't have any momentum. He had to throw it off his back foot. Made a pretty good throw considering. And then the catcher, Trey Harper, he should have held his ground. He came up to catch that ball, and it didn't give him an opportunity to tag Wilt.
Runner goes, the pitch is down. The throw will not get him. That's a stolen base for Kropp to put him in scoring position. As Frank Randall bats, he's walked and scored, and he's flied to left, and that's the 4th stolen base for Brother Martin in the game.
So huge for the Crusaders to answer that 4 spot by Tioga.
Swinging a foul. And it's 1-1.
A lot of off-speed pitches delivered to Randall in his first 2 at-bats of the game. Scouting report.
Breaking ball beat on the ground. The short, high hop, set and throw. Got his man. Ariano takes care of business. Inning over, but Brother Martin gets a run back. Crusaders do it on a hit. There was a key error. And they strand a runner. They're 4th left in the game. And after 4, Brother Martin on top, 6-4 over Tioga. Now the question is, can Navarro find the magic he had in the first 3 innings?
Can Navarro hold down the fort? That's the key. Now, even though that was an inning where the Brother Martin Crusaders did put up a run, it wasn't a long inning, and Navarro had a long one of his own, and now he's right back out there. It's going to be very important for him to have a quick one here, get himself back in the dugout. You don't want to have 2 high leverage innings in a row as a pitcher. Those can make your night a short one.
So Navarro back to the mound ahead of the 5th inning here. 6 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. And 4 left for Brother Martin. It's 4 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors, 1 left for Tioga. Competitive game, Kurt.
It is, and I think that's what we expected. We knew Tioga was going to be a pesky team. They were going to play with a lot of energy. They don't have a lot of power, but what they do is they try to play a little bit of small ball, and you kind of saw it there in the 4th to get themselves back within striking distance, and we've got a ball game. Brother Martin did a great job of answering that 4 spot with one of their own, just to give them a little more cushion and ease Navarro's mind a little bit. But it's important for him to go back out there and get back to what he was doing early in the game and getting ahead of hitters.
First pitch is down and out to Delbridge. Logan Delbridge flew out to right his first time.
And it's a good spot in the order to do that for Navarro. See if he can take advantage of it. You got your 9-hole. You love to have the inning start with a 9-hole hitter.
1-0, and a chopper toward third. That's fielded by Dara. His throw is on the money for out number 1. Trying to figure out what the Atlanta Falcons are doing when they drafted Michael Penix in the first round, having already acquired Kirk Cousins. Wow. Can only imagine they've got something in mind trade-wise. I don't really get that. Here's Trey Harper, who's walked and scored and grounded the third. And what that's going to do is open up a slot for the Saints if somebody's going to be there that wouldn't have been there.
Absolutely.
At 14. Harper swings and pops it foul back and out of play. I'm not knocking Penix. I'm just saying.
Maybe they were trying to block the Saints from getting him.
Who knows? I mean,
who
knows? Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I don't think the Saints are drafting a quarterback. So, just saying.
You might be right.
There's a strike call, good breaking ball to Harper. And it's no balls and 2 strikes.
Navarro ready to work.
0-2, down and out, 1-2.
Harper had to ask for time right there. As soon as Navarro gets the ball, he
wants to pitch. That's right. We stated earlier, very fast worker. He's ready with the 1-2 pitch. And he missed down and out, 2-2.
He's jumping at that pitch a little bit more than he was earlier in the game. Earlier in the game, it was nice and smooth, glove side. Right now, he looks like he's trying to make too perfect of a pitch.
Breaking ball swung on and missed. Great pitch, struck him out. Round number 2.
That was the slow curveball right there.
Strikeout number 4.
Great job of changing the pace on that breaking ball. You know, that takes a lot of feel for a high school player to be able to do that.
So it's 2 gone for Tyler Looney, who has singled and scored and grounded out. Takes a breaker away, ball 1.
I don't understand that pitch right there. You get 2 quick outs. You're up 2. I'm going heater right there. I'm getting ahead. I'm making him beat me.
That's down. It's 2-0.
2 outs, nobody on with a 2-run lead. I'm basically telling you, here comes a fastball.
And now it's high. 3 balls and no strikes.
You know, and now if you walk him, you have to deal with the 3 and 4 hole hitters. It just, you know, makes good sense to attack with the fastball right there.
3-0. Down the middle, it's 3-1.
Taking all the way right there was Looney. He's got to be very selective here.
3-1. And that is ball 4 outside. So a 2-out walk issued here is the 3rd walk issued by Navarro.
Yeah, and that at bat right there was lost on the 0-0 pitch. Not a big fan of that pitch selection. I'm not sure if Navarro shook or if that was the call coming in from the bench, but either way, I would have preferred the heater there.
Here's Morrison. Here's the pitch. That's a breaking ball missing away. The slow curveball. It's 1-0. 6-4 Brother Martin here in the top of the fifth.
The curveball just missed. I thought it was a strike, actually. I was kind of surprised it wasn't.
Snap throw to first. Runner back. Looney. The runner down at first. Stolen 8 bags on the year. Here it is. That is just down. It is 2-0.
If he loses him, he's got to deal with Ryan Reeves, who's got a two RBI single in the fourth.
The 2-0. And a swing and a smash to left, a base hit. Just out of the reach of the diving effort by Shannon. Here come the Indians with 2 on, 2 outs. It always starts with a walk, doesn't it?
Always.
And now Ryan Reeves.
That ball was hit just past the outstretched glove of Shannon at short. It looked like it was hit off the end of the bat a little bit. He just missed getting to that. Now you've got the power hitting Reeves, and again, this is exactly what the Indians are looking for tonight. They want him in the batter's box with runners on base. He's the guy that they count on to do the damage.
2-run single earlier, as you mentioned, and scored a run. He's 1 for 2. First pitch is a strike. It's 0-1.
Great pitch right there by Navarro. Fastball, maybe a hair off the plate, but it was a perfect pitcher's pitch.
No balls and a strike on Reeves.
Remember the hit Reeves got was on an 0-2 pitch.
Down a ball off speed. They appeal. No swing. It's 1-1.
Rarely do they call a check swing from the middle of the infield. I don't understand why. If it's obvious enough, you should be able to call that. I've been told a million times, we can't make that call from there. I don't know why not. If the guy swings the bat, you should be able to see it.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a tap foul behind the plate, so now 1-2. They count on Reeves.
This may be the biggest pitch of the night up to this point for Navarro.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And another. And a swing and a miss. Tied him up with an off-speed pitch. Struck him out to get out of the inning. Strikeout number 5 for Navarro. No runs a hit. And 2 men left. They've left 3. Let's take a stretch from Kirsch Rooney. It is now 6-4 Brother Martin on top, heading to the bottom of the 5th inning as Brother Martin maintains the league in high school baseball. And Crescent City Sports is brought to you by the Lamarck Motor Company in Kenner. Lamarck Lincoln is the only Lincoln Black Label dealership in the market. It's more than ownership, it's membership. Must be a reason. Back to the mound goes Furness to work in his 2nd inning for the Indians. And he'll be facing Navarro, his counterpart, Roussel, and then Lupo for the Crusaders here in the 5th inning. Each team with 4 hits, 2 errors for Tioga, 1 for Brother Martin thus far. Free base runners have been an issue in the game for both teams, have cost them. And Furness has completed his warm-up tosses. Here's Navarro. And his pitch is ripped into left, a base hit. First pitch he sees, he delivers his second consecutive hit. So Cole will likely get a runner at first. He did earlier. And we'll get the runner coming in to chase him down. And once again, it's going to be Rex LeBlanc. Remember, he stole home earlier.
He surely did. And Navarro doing everything he can to help himself out with that leadoff single.
Well done. Good start to the inning. And now Reese Roussel, who struck out, walked, stolen a base, will bat. And he takes a breaking ball down. It's 1-0.
Good opportunity to run, but they may want to leave that hole open at first base with the left-handed hitting Roussel up.
Swing and a smash down the right field line is fair. It's into the corner. Lead runner around second. He's on his way to third. He's going to round third. He is going to score. Pulling up at second base with an RBI double, Reese Roussel. And Brother Martin's lead is 7-4.
And that's why you want to leave that hole open. Although that didn't go in the hole, Roussel can pull the ball. It just gives him a lot of green space out there. And he whacked that one right down the right field line. Rex LeBlanc, who runs very, very well, scored easily. And that puts the Crusaders up 7-4 with another man in scoring position. So Roussel comes up big right there with a ringing double down the right field line.
And now a chance to add on. Still nobody out. Runner at second. See if they're bunting or swinging with Lupo. He is bunting. And that ball is a wild pitch. It skipped off the plate. And the runner goes to third. So he's at third with nobody out. And a 1-0 count on Lupo. And a great chance for the Crusaders to add on here.
Tioga really hurting themselves with the wild pitches and the fastballs, the errors. Brother Martin doing a great job of taking advantage of those miscues.
Now the infield has to come in for the play at the plate. And this breaking ball missed inside. It's 2-0.
I almost hit Lupo right there. He wasn't giving any ground away either.
No, not a pitch that you mind hitting. You're there.
He's got
slow breaking ball.
He's got the elbow guard on.
And a swing and a line drive, base hit right center field. Well played, another run, and the Crusaders now lead it 8-4 as Lupo smacks one in the right center, drives in his 10th run of the year. 3 straight hits for Brother Martin.
Good job of hitting right there by Lupo. Fastball out over the plate. Did a good job of not trying to do too much with the infield in. Just kind of poked it out there in the right center field. And on this track, this is a quick outfield. That ball got into the gap pretty good. Really no chance.
We're going to get a pitching change here. And it looks like it's going to be Eli Myers who's coming on. Myers, a left-hander, will become the third pitcher of the game for the Indians. As Furness goes 1 inning plus, but cannot go any further, having yielded 3 straight hits in this inning. Can't close the book on him as of yet, obviously. Did give up 4 hits. Walked 1. Had the wild pitch.
A little bit of a rough outing for him, Furness, that is. You know, coming into this affair with a 0.82 ERA, that's going to rise a little bit. And again, he hurt himself with the wild pitches and things of that nature, falling behind in the count. Can't do that against a good offensive club like the Brother Martin Crusaders. They'll take advantage of it every single time.
No doubt. So the left-hander Myers taking his warm-up tosses. And we'll get a runner at first to Gavin Berry is going to run at first base for Lupo. Berry runs at first base. Prather will bat. Runner first, nobody out. Egan has flied to center twice. J.J. McCarthy, the 5th quarterback pick in the top 10 picks, goes to the Vikings at number 10.
Nice. I still think these teams make huge mistakes and force these quarterbacks into first-round picks when they really aren't first-round talent.
Here's Prather. Here's the pitch, going to bunt, and he bunts it toward first. It is a foul ball. Kicked foul, it's 0-1. Tried to deaden it. No balls in the strike. Drawing closer to the New Orleans Saints first-round pick. They're just going with the 11th pick overall. We'll let you know as soon as the Saints pick comes in. No balls in the strike.
Who's on the clock? The Jets.
And there goes the guy the Saints were planning to pick. Fashanu, the left tackle from Penn State, is gone. So much for that.
Plan B.
He was by far the guy that was in most mock drafts for the Saints. There's a breaking ball down, and the count is 1-1. So right now, if you're the Saints, maybe Fatanu, the other tackle, comes to mind. I don't know how you cannot pick a tackle, as I said earlier. 1-1 the count. Shows bunt and takes a strike. 1-2. The quality skill players that are still there. Brock Powers of Georgia is fantastic. Brian Thomas of LSU, terrific receiver.
So are you of the mindset of picking need over best player available?
Well, I think it's both. 1-2's going to bunt on 2 strikes. He took it in the dirt. It's a wild pitch, and the runner goes to second. Yet another wild pitch. Interesting, he was going to bunt with 2 strikes. Well, the wild pitch did him a big favor. Nonetheless, and that's wild pitch number 5 for Tioga pitching. It's interesting because the Broncos are up next on the clock, and see what Sean Payton does ahead of the Saints, trying to circumvent them.
Right. Prather only hitting 239. That may have something to do with them trying to bunt there with 2 strikes.
See if he's still bunting here with a runner second. On 2-2, he is swinging, and he takes it away. It's 3-2. So Egan battles back in the count here. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
If you're going to bunt with him at first, why would you not bunt with him at second? But what do I know?
3 balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch. And a swing and a roller to second. It's a good at-bat. We'll get the runner advanced. Throw him out, but a good job by Prather. Harrison throws him out, 1 out, but you get the runner to third with less than 2 outs. Good job.
There's your bunt. I mean, that's as good as a bunt. He did a good job of getting that runner over.
And now McCluskey.
Good runner.
Will bat. McCluskey has walked twice. First pitch is inside, ball 1. We mentioned Berry running earlier. 1-0 the count. He's at third.
Berry, a good runner, good baseball IQ. Member of that East Bank Little League World Series championship team.
1-0 pitch hit him in the back. So McCluskey to first. And it's first and third. Still only 1 out. Second hit batter of the game.
McCluskey's been to the plate 3 times and doesn't have an official at bat.
He's been on all 3 times. Boy, that's a big bonus for your 9-hole hitter.
It really is, especially when he's struggling offensively as much as he has been. And you get 3 freebies. You got to love it.
Here's Stan Wiltz. He struck out, singled, scored, reached on a fielder's choice, scored as well. And now can add to an 8-4 lead. Runners lead from first and third. Stretch pitch. Bunts it, and it is a fair ball, and it's a perfect bunt. Will score the run. Base hit, RBI. Well done by Stan Wiltz. Squeeze on. His bunt was perfect. Not only gets the run home, but he beats it out for a base hit, and it's 9-4. Can't do it any better, Kurt.
No, you can't. It was a pretty good bunt. However, Eli Myers may have been better off of letting that ball hit and see if the spin would have allowed it to check up and roll foul, because he had no play on anybody right there. Wiltz is just too quick. The squeeze was on. Berry runs well at third. He made the decision to try to make the play, and I think if he had another crack at it, he would let that one go.
Now Kropp, who's had 2 hits, 2 RBI. and he rolls one to second. The play is to second for the out, back to first safe. Runner for the plate. They throw it there. He's out by a mile to end the inning. So turns into a double play. As a result, surprised they sent him there. But that takes them out of the inning on the double play ball as it goes 4-6-2, right? So
4-6-3-2.
4-6-3-2, correct. So missed a in-between throw there. So he had to throw to first, which was late, but a double play ends the inning. And in the inning, Brother Martin is able to play 3 runs, and the Crusaders do so on 4 hits with no errors. And Brother Martin strands a runner. They've left 5 in the game, and after 5 lead this game 9-4 over Tioga. So the Crusaders have their breathing room back here, Kurt.
Yes, they do. They got a nice little cushion now, and Navarro will go back to work. He's only got 2 innings left to do that work. His pitch count, as we said, was really, really good earlier in the game. He had that one hiccup in the 4th inning, which ran that pitch count up. He's sitting at 85 right now, going into the 6th. He should, if he does what he typically does, he should be able to finish this game. He's got about 30 pitches to play with. Give or take 1 or 2, because you do get a chance to finish the last batter. But with that 9-4 cushion, he should go right after these Tioga hitters, and his stuff is good enough that if he does that, he should be able to finish this one up.
Ready to go in the 6th inning. And here's Case Malone. 0 for 2 in the game. He's popped to first and struck out swinging. Pitch on the way. And a foul back. It's 0-1.
And that's exactly what you want. If you're Coach Lupo and Coach Latino, Navarro go out there, pound the strike zone.
Strike called outside edge. It's 0-2.
Breaking ball right there. Great pitch by Navarro. Runs a count 0-2.
And another. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out swinging, threw the fastball by him in. It's 1 out.
That was dirty.
And strikeout number 6.
Nasty 2-seamer on the inside half of the plate. And that just bore in on the hands of Malone. Threw it right under his hands. It's a perfect spot to throw that 2-seam fastball.
Sean Payton has his quarterback. He just drafted Bo Nix in the 1st round for Denver. So now they've got Zach Wilson and Bo Nix in Denver.
Not a fan. Not a fan of Nix.
Here's Bakey's. And a breaking ball away, 1-0. Played very well at Oregon. Ball and no strikes. And now it's 1-1. So now the Saints 2 picks away. 13 pick up next, and then New Orleans. A ball and a strike. And another. And a swing and a foul. It's 1-2.
Sean Payton's been chasing that Drew Brees clone for years, has he not? He's been trying to find somebody to fit that mold. I don't think that'll ever happen.
1-2 the count. Next pitch on the way. Struck him out looking over the outside edge for out number 2. Back-to-back strikeouts. And now 7 for Navarro.
It looks like Navarro has found his groove again after that little speed bump in the 4th. He's come back strong in the 5th, and now he is dealing again in the 6th, being very efficient again, like he had been in the first 3 innings.
First pitch is swung on and missed. It's 0-1 to Arellano.
High heater. Too much for Ariana to catch up to.
0-1 is a strike called. It's 0-2. We might have Kurt go down and talk to the winning coach, the star of the game when this one's done. 0-2 the count. And a swing and a ball hit towards second. Handled. And throwing him out is Wilson. An easy inning for Navarro, who puts up a 0 and keeps his team in total control as we go to inning Number bottom of the sixth, and it is 9-4 the lead for Brother Martin. Solid inning for Navarro as he continues to shine.
And that's exactly what he needed right there. We said he had 30 pitches to play with, and he didn't even put a dent in that 30 pitches right there. He's at 95.
So he's got plenty to work with.
He got 20 to work with, only spent 10 in that one. So he's set to finish this one strong.
Yeah, it's very much the inning he needed in that situation.
Yeah, so that makes up for that 30-plus pitch fourth is what it does. It's a recovery inning, and it allows him and the Brother Martin coaches to breathe a little bit easier going into the seventh. And, Brother Martin's, they may not be finished scoring. I mean, it's not out of the question that if they put up a 5 here, they can 10-run rule this. We've seen crazier things happen.
So Crusaders 3 outs away from a win, but first they bat here in the bottom of the sixth. There's 6 quarterbacks in the first 12 picks in the NFL draft.
It's unbelievable.
Here's Ryan Dara, Arizona State commit. Breaking ball beat on the ground, right side. That's just a good piece of hitting. He saw the whole right side, stayed inside the ball, and just beat it right through the hole for a base hit. That's just a good piece of hitting by Dara.
He really did. Exactly what you said. Fastball in on his hands. He just stayed inside of it and more or less pushed it to the right side.
He did, and now Frank Randall at number 9 for Brother Martin.
Watch Frank turn it loose here. He's going to try to make this 11-4.
I'm betting the Raiders pick Brock Bowers. There's a foul back right before the Saints pick. He's a dynamite player. We've been saying for weeks on our radio show if Bowers would slip to 14, the Saints have a very hard time passing him up, but I don't think he will. It is Bowers. The Raiders pick Bowers. The Saints are on the clock. The 0-1. Sails high and away, ball one. Got to be a tackle. I mean, I'm thinking Fashanu at this point. Not Fashanu, I'm sorry. Futanu. 1-1 the count. And a swing and a pop-up. A mile high into short center. Center fielder there to make the catch for out number 1.
But they have just given Randall an overdose of off-speed pitches.
They have. Worked him over.
They might show him a fastball, but nothing has really been a good fastball to hit, and then they speed him up and then they slow him down with the off-speed pitches, and he's just been a little bit out front.
Here's Navarro at the plate. He's been really good. Sacrifice in the second. 2 base hits, 2 runs scored. He's done it all, including on the mound, and he takes it outside. 1-0. Runner taking liberties at first, isn't he?
He is, and again, this game is not out of reach. You certainly don't want to call off the dogs. So Dara, as well as he runs, I don't know why they wouldn't take advantage. Again, go first move off the lefty. You're playing with house money right now.
Throw to first, runner back.
We haven't seen any real good moves to first base that would concern you as a runner.
A ball and no strikes. And the pitch. That is high, and it's 2-0. Two balls and no strikes. On Navarro. And the pitch sails outside. It's 3-0.
Navarro trying to reach base for the 3rd time tonight. Single. He's staring a walk in the face, and there it is.
And there it is. He's on. Trots to first base. Navarro's on yet again. So it's first and second, 1 out. And it's Reese Roussel, who had a ringing RBI double in the 5th and scored a run. He's also walked, struck out. We'll get a runner at first base, and once again it is Rex LeBlanc. Well, he's been busy. Navarro keeps getting on base, and LeBlanc keeps going in to run. as mentioned, stole home earlier. Runners first and second, one out. I don't know why the first baseman would be in for Roussel when he banged one down the line last time. Swinging a fly ball foul left side, slicing out of play at 0-1. I mean, he's not bunting here.
They're looking bunt, but I don't think he's bunting.
Yeah,
that
there's
was a
no way.
9-4 lead.
No, and 9-4 lead, 3 outs to get and 1 out. 0-1 the count. John Curtis and St. Augustine in a wild one. John Curtis leads 10-8 in the 7th inning of that one. Purple Knights batting in the 7th, trailing Curtis 10-8.
Bases loaded and 2 outs.
0-1 the count on Roussel. Stretch pitch. Swinging a ball, hit up the middle. That's a base hit. Runner's going to round third. They're going to send him, and he is going to score. Roussel with a big game. He's got 2 RBIs and 2 hits, and the Crusaders lead it 10-4.
Like I said, you knew Brother Martin was not finished scoring runs. This game could get out of reach real quick if the Indians are not careful. So Rex LeBlanc at second, Roussel at first. Jack Lupo, the hitter.
With only 1 out, he singled and walked and been hit by a pitch. They haven't gotten him out yet. Jack takes it down, a ball, 1-0. First and second, 1 out. Long look in the 1-0 pitch. That's a strike, a generous call. Just off the outside corner. And it is 1-1.
Might be trying to speed this
Getting
one
late,
up
right?
a little bit. Yeah.
1-1 the count. One of those. Myers ready. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Off speed. Had him out in front. It's 1-2.
Fooled him with the high changeup. I'm sure Lupo thought that was going to be the high fastball.
Right. It wasn't the location. It was the pitch itself that was effective. 1-2. Saints taking a long time. They're under 2 minutes to make their pick.
Thinking it through.
1-2. And a swing and a foul. Or maybe entertaining offers, you know. I mean, they never trade down, but this might not be a bad time to do it. They need quite a bit.
They do.
If they can find that pick, nope, they've made the pick. So Saints pick has been made. We'll let you know who it is. 1-2 the count. Stretch in the pitch. Breaking ball, strike called again. Gets that generous outside corner and gets the out.
Slow breaking ball. Froze Lupo on the outside corner. He didn't think that one was going to come back. It didn't come back a whole lot,
No.
but it came back just enough to nip that outside edge.
Megan Prather will bat. He's flying to center twice, and he's grounded out to second.
Looks like we got a pinch hitter for Prather.
No, it is going to be a pinch hitter. So you're going to get Christian Michel, looks like.
Number 18.
Christian Michel will bat. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1 to Michel. Christian Michel hitting 167, no RBI.
He's listed on the roster as a right-handed pitcher, but he's also a right-handed hitter.
Pitch is a strike, a changeup. And it's 1-1. We still haven't been told who the pick is. Waiting. 1-1 the count.
The mystery pick.
No doubt. The pitch. Breaking ball beat on the ground. Left side up, base hit. Runner's going to round third. They're going to send him home. Here's the throw to the plate. It is not in time. And the runners will advance on the throw that gets to the catcher. And the Crusaders lead 11-4. Michel comes through in a pinch hit roll and drives home another.
Hanging curveball to Michel, and he deposits it in the 5 hole on a line. Left fielder did not get a lot on that throw. Charlie Bakes had a really good opportunity to throw the runner out at the plate, but.
And the runners advance on an error. Pitches a ball. It's 1-0 to McCluskey. Second error of the game.
It was offline and it was short. Catcher Harper tried to block it, but it ricocheted off of his shin guards, it looked like.
1-0 the count. The pitch is down. It's 2-0. All right, if you're going down to talk to a star of the game, who would you pick? Has to be Navarro, I would think.
I would say Navarro.
He's got 2 hits. He's got an RBI. He's walked. He's had a sacrifice. The Saints have selected tackle Talise Fuaga of Oregon State. So they pick the tackle. Fuaga from Oregon State becomes a Saint. There's a ground ball to second by McCluskey. Fielded. Throw him out at first. Inning is over, but the Crusaders had 2 insurance runs here as they get it done on 3 hits. There was an error, and they strand 2. And in the game, they've left 7. And we're going to the 7th last chance for Tioga. Brother Martin leads this game by the score of 11-4. Just hold it. All right. And so Kirk will talk to the winners here. We expect to talk to Cole Navarro. And also expect to talk to Coach Jeff Lupo here in just a few minutes, as soon as this one is over with. Brother Martin seemingly on its way to victory in game 1 of this one. And here in the 7th inning, Christian Isles will lead it off. Logan Delbridge will follow, to be followed by Trey Harper against Navarro. 95 pitches and 7 strikeouts, 3 walks as he enters the 7th inning of this one. Game 2 tomorrow, 4:30. Crusaders could clinch it then if they hold on here. If Tioga wins, they'd force a 3rd game immediately following tomorrow. Ready to go. Here's Isles, and that is low for ball 1. Isles has reached on an error, and he's lined out. 1 ball and no strikes. Pitch is a strike called, and it's even up at 1-1. And a swing and a miss makes it 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. And strike 3 called. Great pitch out number 1. Strikeout number 8 for Navarro. So 8 set down by strikes by Cole. And the batter will be Logan Delbridge. Delbridge is flied to right. He's grounded to 3rd. First pitch is on the way. That is a strike called. It's 0-1. Quickly the 0-1. And a chopper toward 3rd foul. And the count now to no balls and 2 strikes on Delbridge. Oh, and 2 the count. Next pitch on the way. Swinging a foul back. Delbridge stays alive. That's 102 pitches now for Navarro. Trying to finish what he started. And a swing and a miss. Waved at the sweeper. And he's finishing it with a flourish. Strikeout number 9 and out number 2. Last chance for Tioga is Trayton Harper. Harper has walked and scored, grounded out, struck out. Pitch is high and away, ball one. Now the 1-0 pitch. And a smash into left field. That's a base hit. Harper keeps the game alive with a single to left. Only the 5th hit for the Indians. And now Tyler Looney. We'll get a runner at first base. That's going to be number 27, Braden Jones. Braden Jones runs at first. And there's Looney. Who has singled, scored a run, and walked. He's 1 for 2. And a swing and a foul. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. 2 outs, runner at first. Crusaders and out away from a win. And it is a strike of the knees. And now the Crusaders are a strike away from a win. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner goes and a liner in the left field. Left fielder on the run is there and making the catch is Kropp. And this one is over with as the Crusaders have defeated the Indians by the score of 11-4 here this evening. And that ball was hit well, but a good jump and a good play made by Kropp, who had a very good game, to put this one away. And Navarro finishes it off with a complete game here as the Crusaders win this one by the score of 11-4 over the Tioga Indians here this evening. What a job by Cole Navarro. He had the one hiccup inning, if you will, and that was it. Other than that, he was nails throughout the course of this game as he went all the way to get the win and pitched outstanding baseball. So let's go ahead and go down to Jeff Lupo right now with Kurt Bollinger. Kurt?
Okay, Kenny, I'm down here on the field with winning coach Jeff Lupo. Must be a great feeling to get on top in this 2 out of 3 with an 11-4 victory. Great offensive output tonight.
Yeah, we were able to put up, some consistent pressure up and down the lineup, and guys produced up and down the lineup. But it's very unsettling when you play a team from this far away. You really don't see them and you don't know much about them. And the big lefty was hard and a little erratic, and we were able to put a crooked number up and get him out. But Cole settled in after that one big inning, and he was really good on the mound for us, like he's been all year.
Yeah, Cole did an unbelievable job. He had that one little hiccup in the 4th, but offensively, you guys applied the pressure all night long. You were bunting. You stole home plate tonight.
Yeah, we worked really hard this week on doing some of the stuff in the short game. We had to do some better stuff executing with that, and we were able to get a couple of hits out of that. Get a run stealing home with 2 outs. So we were able to apply, like I said, consistent pressure and do some things and execute up and down like we've had some opportunities but haven't necessarily done in some key situations. So real pleased with the guys' output tonight.
Well, great job tonight, Coach. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Appreciate it.
Best of luck. Cole Navarro is here. We're here with the star of the game. Cole Navarro, you basically took the bull by the horns tonight. 4 plate appearances, you reach base every time. But the story was really what you did on the bump.
Yes, sir. It was a shaky 4th inning, but rest of the time I just let my defense play behind me and then just trust them out there.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about your mindset after that rocky 4th. You had 33 pitches after 3, and you matched that number in the 4th inning. But you came back strong after your team answered with a 1 in the bottom of the 4th. Tell me a little bit about your mindset going back out there in the 5th inning.
I knew my team was going to score runs for me. I still trusted the stuff. I was a little erratic in that fourth, and I got back to it, just locked back in.
Yeah, your stuff was great all night. What I liked to see was the way you changed speeds with the breaking ball. Normally, your out pitch is your slider, but I did see a couple of slow curveballs in there tonight to keep them off of that slider.
Yes, sir. I do anything to keep them off balance, get the weak ground balls, let my team behind me make the plays.
You did a fantastic job. We'll see you tomorrow night. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Back up to you, Kenny.
All right, Kirk, thank you very much. Good job by Kirk Bollinger. Good job by Cole Navarro. Good job by Jeff Lupo. Good job by Brother Martin. The Crusaders with an 11-4 victory over Tioga here this evening in Game 1 of the 7th-seeded Crusaders over the 10th-seeded Indians in Game 1 of this Select Division 1 Best-of-3 Series, Game 1, as Brother Martin gets it done. In the game, the totals were these. Brother Martin with 11 runs, 11 hits, 1 error, 7 men left on base. Tioga had 4 runs on 5 hits, 3 errors, and stranded 4 men on base. The winning pitcher is Cole Navarro. He went the distance and did the job throughout. Navarro, a complete game 5 hitter. He walked 3, struck out 9 to pick up the win to go to 6-4. The losing pitcher was the starter, Ryan Reeves, for Tioga, as he drops to 1-2 with the defeat. The game took an hour and 58 minutes to complete, and Brother Martin completes it in solid fashion, winning this game by the score of 11-4. The Crusaders, as a result, are now 21-10 with the victory, and Tioga drops to 18-14 with the defeat. Game 2 tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. And, of course, we'll have that one for you here live on CrescentCitySports.com. You won't want to miss that. If Game 3 is necessary, we will have that game following Game 2 here on CrescentCitySports.com as well. So that's the slate which is scheduled for tomorrow. As for today, it was just a solid effort by Brother Martin. They took a 1-0 lead in the second, a 5-0 lead after 3. Tioga fought back with 4 in the 4th inning to make it 5-4, but the Crusaders then scored in every frame. 1 in the 4th, 3 runs in the 5th, and 2 runs in the 6th to win this game, going away by the score of 11-4 over Tioga here this evening. As mentioned, Game 2 tomorrow. It's 4:30 game time for that one. We'll have it for you on CrescentCitySports.com, and we surely hope you can join us. If you don't make it to the ballpark, or if you come to the park, just make sure that you bring your phone with you, your tab, and watch, and we'd love to have you do so. So we close it out here tonight. Thanks for joining us, and don't forget, we have Game 2 of the series coming up at 4:30 tomorrow. Our coverage begins at about 4:20. For our entire crew, including Chip Merritt and Matt Merritt and Kirk Bollinger, I'm Ken Trahan, saying so long from Kirsch-Rooney Stadium, where our final score tonight was Brother Martin 11 and Tioga 4. Thanks for joining us, and be a good sport, and God bless you one and all. We are rounding third and heading home. So long.